Hi, my name's Bryan Smith. 2 years ago, I decided that it was time that I give back to the Interval House to show thanks for the support that they gave myself and my family when I was young. Now, my memories from my childhood are not very good. My stepfather was very emotionally, very physically abusive, but my mother was great. Unfortunately, my mom had no family in the area that we lived. It was just the family of my stepfather. So the abuse towards my sister and my mom and myself got to a point where my mom decided it was time to go. So with her strength, I remember she woke us up in the middle of the night and she had previously packed a bag of clothes for each of us, and she just said we were gonna walk. Now, the street that we lived on in New Brunswick was a dirt road. There were no street lights, and I remember it being very dark. And we had to walk to the closest corner store, which was about 6 kilometers away. Now, I remember that walk vividly. I was about 80 pounds, this garbage bag felt like it weighed 200 pounds, and I just remember walking to what felt like forever until we reached the corner store. At that point, my mom had already researched where the transition house was in the nearest city, and we took a taxi there. And I remember getting to this transition house and just for the first time that I could remember actually feeling safe. Now, the women in this transition house were absolutely amazing. Not only did they show my sister and I what support actually felt like, but they also helped my mother get her grade 12 and get an apartment and get her on her feet again. Now, I can't begin to thank these women enough that helped us in the transition house, and I know we're not even close to being the only family that they supported. So 2 years ago, I wanted to set something up where we could really help the Interval House here in Hamilton. Now, we've done a few food drives in the past, but what I really wanted to do this time was something a little more, something to raise awareness of the Interval House, but also something that would help women in these situations realize that there is a way out and there is a place to go. So, as I said earlier, I remember this walk very vividly. So what I just decided to do in this charity is that I would walk 100 kilometers, which is from downtown Burlington to the CN Tower and back in 24 hours. And we would do this as we raised money for Interval House. So this is the second year. In 2 years so far, we've raised approximately $10,000 for the Interval House. And what I wanted to do was not only raise awareness, but we also got stories anonymously from women who have been in this situation or a situation like this, or women who have friends who have been in these situations, and we dedicate certain kilometer markers in the walk to these women, which we live stream through social media. And what we hope to do with this is to show women that there is a way out. Last year, it's very unfortunate, but there were a lot of women that came forward in my life, and I would have no idea that they had been in situations like this prior. And it's so prevalent in our backyard, just how many women are going through this quietly and suffering alone. So with this charity, what I hope to do is raise awareness to the Interval House, show them a ton of support, and hopefully help them out with some monetary donations as well. And if any of you watching out there would like to show your support with a monetary donation or even an anonymous story that we can share during the walk, you can donate through our website, which is www.tinyurl.com/Bryan with a Y, walks, the number 2. That's www.tinyurl.com/Bryan walks 2. Now, if you'd like to share your story or the story of someone close anonymously, feel free to text 289-775-8337 and follow along with our walk on social media.